Jean Piaget was a Swiss psychologist. His studies always focus on children's development process as they get older. The theory of cognitive development is about how children develop intellectually throughout childhood. Piaget's research can be considered as fundamentals of educational psychology.
Piaget's theory states that changes in development are influenced by 4 different things. They are maturation, activity, social experiences, and equilibration. Maturation is defined as biological changes that an individual will go through. Activity is acting on the environment by exploring and testing out one's surroundings. Social experiences are those opportunities when you learn from others around you. And equilibration is a balance between information that we have from the environment and cognitive schemas. A schema is an organized system of actions or thoughts that allow us to mentally think and represent objects and events in our world.
All species are born with 2 basic tendencies, also known as invariant functions: organization and adaptation. Organization is the tendency to arrange your thoughts into categories that make sense to you. Your schema is a part of the organizational tendency. The second basic tendency is adaptation. Adaptation is how you adjust to the environment around you. Part of adaptation is assimilation, which is the incorporation of new information into your schema. And accommodation is changing your existing schema. In order to be the most successful, you need to be able to cognitively balance new and old information.
Piaget states that in order for an individual to learn, they must first be ready, and an individual becomes ready through development. Therefore, development precedes learning. Additionally, Piaget's stages of cognitive development have 4 specific features. The first feature is 1. They always occur in the same order. Therefore, no stage can occur before the previous one or after the following. The second stage is 2. No stage is ever skipped. So in order to reach a new stage, previous stages must be completed. The third feature is 3. Each stage is a significant transformation of the prior stage. And the final stage is 4. Each stage incorporates the previous stages.
Of these 4 stages, there are sensory motor, which is the 0 to 2 year range, pre-operational, which is the 2 to 7 year range, concrete operational, which is the 7 to 11 year range, and finally formal operational, which is the 11 to adult year range. The sensory motor stage refers to the earliest years of a child's life. A child in this stage is constantly taking in information from the world around them, and their learning occurs within the physical environment. The following stage is the pre-operational stage, which is where the child is thinking symbolically. During this stage, the child also has a lack of conservation. An example of this stage is resembled in make-believe. A child, for example, may use an object to represent something else, like pretending a broom is a horse that they can ride.
After the pre-operational stage comes concrete operational. Concrete operational varies from ages 7 to 11. This stage is characterized by the development of organized and rational thinking. There are 3 main ideas of this stage that include solving logical problems through manipulation, laws of conservation, and understanding reversibility. These show that the children are now mature enough to use logical thought but can only apply this logic to the physical objects. Formal operational varies from ages 11 to an adult. It is characterized by an orderliness of thinking and a mastery of logical thought, allowing a more flexible kind of mental experimentation. There are 3 main ideas of this stage that include abstract thinking, scientific thinking, and social multi-layered complex thinking. He or she can do mathematical calculations, think creatively, use abstract reasoning, and imagine the outcome of a particular action.
Compared with Piaget and Vygotsky's theory of cognitive development, Piaget's theory is continuous because he believes that each of stages must happen in the same order and none of them can be skipped. Each stage is an important transformation and incorporate for the previous one, and Piaget claims that the development is learning. Moreover, Piaget's model is universal for the whole world. However, unlike Piaget, Vygotsky's theory can be considered as discontinuous, and he thinks that learning forms the development. Moreover, he believes that his model is cultural specific instead of universal.